Well, hello, Taurus. Welcome to your May reading. I hope you are amazing. We are going to jump right in and see what we have for you in May. So, we're going to start with your cards. God, and the upright as well. Benevolence, and compassion. Recognizing the in- eternal force within yourself and others. Mm. And up from the depths, releasing difficulty. And animal totems. Oh, that's right. Taurus, you had two secondary cards. So I'm going to actually pull an animal card for you as well. So, right off the bat, by looking at this, this is very much stepping off of your high horse energy. And it's not bad. It's not like you're a bad person. Not at all. This is just you've reached a certain level or a certain height, and there needs to be like more compassion and humbleness in the way you're acting right now. So more softness, more care, more gentleness in your actions. And we'll talk about the animal totem. I'm going to pull these out first. So Temple Path, Sacred Mountain, Discovery, Owl Medicine, Owl Medicine, Back and Forth, and Offerings. So let's pull an animal card. Oh, mouse and snake. Okay, right off the bat. And it always comes up like this for you to me. It's like you have the best intentions on what it is that you're doing, but I feel like you're only getting a little bit of the information or only pulling from what you know. Like you're not getting the big picture of everything, of not the schematics of the situation, but more like you're not getting how people feel about it, the reactions, nonverbal communication or body language. It's like you're not picking up all of the situation. And even though you aren't doing things in a way to be malicious, it's actually like biting you in your own butt because you're not taking in all of the information or all of the picture. Okay? Very specific, right? Let's throw these little guys right here. But really, all this is to rectify that. It's just like bringing it to your attention, right? Because this right here tells me good energy. Like, you're trying to do what's right, but I feel like running into misunderstandings is going to help you simplify that more to feeling, intuition, nonverbals, emotions, being more empathetic. Yeah. The more that you use it, it's like a muscle. So the more that you exercise it, the more that you use it, the stronger and more discerning it becomes. And yeah, I see you going back and forth between what you used to do and how you're going to do things now. It requires not a sacrifice, but a vulnerability. Okay, of it's not giving up your pride, but you're like stepping down 2 steps, and you're not gonna die. You're not overstepping your boundaries or anyone else's. It's just like take it down a notch. All right, Taurus. Oh, we starting off strong, huh? 7 of Wands, 10 of Swords, Eight of Wands, 3 of Coins, the Emperor. The Emperor being in the middle for you is so fitting. So fitting. 6 of Coins. Hierophant. 3 of Wands. What's important? Yeah. And the 4 of Coins. Okay. Yeah. May is about introducing a little bit more compassion into your life, a little more softness, a little more gentleness, being more saintly like, I said the Emperor in the middle was very fitting for you because it talks about you always needing to be strong, always needing to feel like there's a sense of control, if not being the one in control. Okay. But it's just a reminder that you don't need to always be that way, right? You don't always have to be thinking of every scenario. Like if someone says this means this, and this. It's a good skill to have, but there are times when you need to be able to put it down. And I think that you've been using it for so long that it becomes hard to put it down. So this is just like spirit going, hey, Taurus, hand on your shoulder. Like, so I was just wondering, if you wouldn't act like that, would things be different? Just a thought, That's exactly what this is. But I see it helping you be able to move forward because a lot of you, it feels like you've been stuck in a certain area, either not being able to go to the next level or move on to something else, or not knowing what to do, like not knowing where to go or what looks interesting to you. So I feel like this is a full, sorry, I'm putting lotion on. This is a full opportunity for you to take a step back to get some clarity or some, what it does? It allows flexibility so you can move. Somebody else had that as well. I can't think. Somebody's reading I did. Okay. That is my preliminary. Okay, Taurus. Okay, we're starting off with the Empress, Ace of Pentacles. Oh, you have been stuck. I'm going to do it this way. 5 of Coins, 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. And the Fool. I guess this has a lot to say. Okay. Yeah, I feel like some of you have really been working to make a lot of money, to invest in your future, or make all of these big plans or start a business. It's like you have this idea and you've been putting all of your energy into it. I feel like it's not doing so well, or it's not going so well. And it feels like you have to learn where there's an opportunity and where there's not. Yes, you can grind and hard work helps you achieve your goals, but sometimes it's either not for you or you need to take a step back to get another perspective. Okay, that's a storyline that I definitely see. Yeah, being defensive. Yeah. Either you've been defensive on your actions, like I need to do better, I'm messing up, I need to be stronger. Like you're either being hard on yourself or hard on others. Okay. And I feel like this isn't facilitating growth in you or other people. it's making you kind of hard to be around. Because it's like second guessing. Either you're second guessing yourself or other people are second guessing you. But I feel like you're doing all this to keep everything in control so you don't have to stop what you're doing and like work on something different. Psst. Interesting, right? But that's how it's coming up to me. Like you're like, well, if I don't put energy into it, if I don't do this, then I'll have to come back anyway. Huh. Okay. For those of you in relationships and marriages, you're not doing it alone. But for some reason, you're treating your partner or your relationship like you're doing everything on your own. Like you don't have support. Like you can't trust them. Because that's what it feels like to them. Sort of like you're like, never mind, I'll just do it. You know? But I feel like that's creating a wall between you and your partner, or a wall in the relationship that you're going to have to deal with later ungraciously. You know, like you're not going to like it. It's not going to be your favorite thing. You're being real tight with money too in May. Real tight with money. Um but from what I'm seeing here, it doesn't look like you need to be. It's more of a control thing because you're scared that if you spend, if you do this, if you're being foolish with money, what if this? What if this? You know? It's sort of like you're hoarding resources of some sort. Someone may be doomsday prepping or feel the need to start collecting things. That's also a scenario. Okay. There's definitely an energy of you taking some time to step back in May. Um, you've been doing a lot, trying to create a lot, trying to understand things, to create, to build, to grow, to have, you know what I mean? Things. Um, and it's like you need to take a step back and release some of that control so you can have that little flexibility to do anything, to grow, to listen, to understand, to show up, you know, whatever that is. Take a step back from the responsibility, the conflict, the always feeling like you got to be on your toes and ready to dodge things, you know. Yeah. You're learning, you're going to have to, you may like it, you may not, learn how to collaborate in life. So, not only business wise, not only work wise, but like collaborate with coworkers, with your family, like as a group, not just this is what I want to do. This is what Taurus thinks is the best, you know, but like collaborating and working together, learning to delegate, without micromanaging. So, yeah, got to be more giving. That's the biggest lesson. I feel like that'll be the hardest. Yeah. I see you mentally struggling with that. Like, oh, but I can do it better. Oh, that's not the way I would do it. Oh, I should just take it over. I see a lot of that going on. But also take a step back to notice that everyone's happy, that you are having enough trust and compassion to allow them to learn in the way that fits them. You know, it's like kindergarten teacher patience is what is what you're learning, because they're still children, they're still growing, they have to learn on their own. You can't just tell them and expect them to just have that information. We all can attest to that from being a teenager, right? Our parents can tell us until they're blue in the face, you know, but it was like it was something we had to experience. So it's of that type of feel. Yeah, you're learning how to allow people their own time to figure things out. That's what I'm seeing greatly. Is you allowing people to have their time to grow, to learn, to understand, even though you want to get it done, you know? There's still the process of learning that they have to go through. Ooh, and I see this changing a lot of things. Especially in areas of relationships, coworker, people you see all the time, things you have to deal with all the time. I see there being more excitement and opportunities for things to move forward and to work together easier to get things done. But it's like you have to take this pause to be like compassionate, understanding, and kind of static to get to this place. You just got to do it. I feel like there's going to be a lot of contemplation for you, and you just need to do it. Just start it. You know, don't think I have to have a plan or I have to do it like this. Just start from scratch. Gain the knowledge of how to do it from, you know, trial and error, but at least trying to be more open and compassionate, and allowing people to make mistakes without judging them or taking over their lesson that they're supposed to learn. This is how you invest in long-term happiness, long-term teamwork. This is how you get to that, by being gracious, having gratitude and being gracious and compassionate. But that's also gratitude because you're gracious to these people for being in your life. It's like showing them a type of respect. But be careful of you finding vulnerability in this area of your life, Taurus, and then deflecting it to another area of your life. Because I see there being a problem with hoarding money or needing to take control over something. So it's some sort of material part of your life that you're going to need to grasp or take control of because you've released control in another area. So be careful of that and see that in yourself when you need to. Mm. We're gonna have quite a talk about career that you're not gonna like. Okay. So let's talk about this down here because I feel like this is talking about your actions. Okay. You had the energy of being able to move forward, right? It's like you have all these plans for the future and you're waiting for them to take place. But also it feels for some reason, Taurus, as you think you haven't gotten there, right? You've achieved every goal, but you're still like, I haven't gotten there. And what is there? It's almost like another reason to just have control over something and you're moving it to other things, right? Um, this has caused many problems. This has caused relationship problems. This has caused communication problems. It's caused you to need to build up your self-esteem maybe, or to take it down a notch if you're being a little bit narcissistic. It could be several things, right? But you notice that it has affected some other area of your life at some time. So now it's about taking control of but having stability within what you're doing, and also compassion and care and showing support to other people. It's not just all business. Okay. Yeah, and working with the needing to control something. Okay. So, long story short, it's control issues that I'm seeing. Ooh, the way that you have been communicating is a lot of very direct, do this, do that, not soft at all. Maybe blunt a little. But it feels like it always has something to do with doing tasks, what needs to be fixed or resolved, something like that. And there's not a lot of actual connecting with other people. And this is not just, oh, how you been? And someone telling you a long story and you going, that's crazy. And then moving on to what you have to say. That's not communicating. That's not empathy. Yeah. I see you. Yeah. Learning give and take and emotional efforts, like real ones, not perceived, but real feelings. Because whether you know it or not, you've been having issues communicating with other people. You may have pushed it back a little bit. Like some people are like maybe blaming it on the other person, but it's like it has something to do with the way you're communicating. Because that example came up to me as I'm doing the action, I'm doing what it looks like, but you're not feeling it. And I feel like other people are picking up that you're not feeling it. Very specific, right? So, yeah, start that journey of just speaking nicer and more compassionate to others. Really caring, asking questions, listening. Ooh, I made some iced tea and it's so good. Mm, yeah. Deep in your mind is work, finances, material goods. Work, finances, material goods. It feels like it's just in your head like this, like a spinning circle. Like just all the time, that's all you hear in the back of your mind. Mm. And the crazy part is that you've been working so hard to have all of these things, or to work toward supporting or having more of these things. Um, and in turn, it makes you feel in control, right? Um, that you're having trouble. it all comes down to you like having trouble getting the output that you want, the outcome that you want. Hmm. Hmm. That's interesting. Because the way it's coming up to us is like, I'm there. It looks like I'm there. It looks like I'm going to grab it, fall. I don't got it. Okay. Love. You started working on a new project, a new job, moved into a new house. You might have even started spring cleaning and changing everything around. And that's like your new focus at the moment. Um, and you're okay with this is funny because you're okay with that. But it is hurting your love life. Someone doesn't feel commitment from you. Not that you're going to cheat. No, no, no. They just don't feel like you're fully there in the relationship. If you're single, it's kind of hurting your opportunities to meet quality people because you're kind of giving them 70%. You know, like you're not maybe even 50, like 40 or something. You're just you're doing the actions. I don't know why I feel this like I'm doing the actions. And how can I explain that? It's like I'm either clapping or I'm doing the actions. And it's like fake it till you make it type of energy. Okay. Not that you're being fake, but that's what it reminds me of. Yeah, there needs to be more collaboration and working together within your love life if you want it to be successful. If you just wanted to stay where it is, then this isn't important. If you want it to be more successful, better, more enriched, put more energy into your partners and put more energy into being more communicative or open in new dates or something like that. Some of you may be with someone that decided to stop or break a relationship because you're not, they don't feel the teamwork, they don't feel the balance, they feel like they're doing more than you're doing in some aspect. I mean, you can write down a list, but it's not going to change how they feel. I'll say that to you. But I see someone definitely feeling like you're not showing up the way you should show up and needing to put an end to that, whether that is cutting it off, period, with you, breaking up, or verbalizing it to you because it needs to change. Okay. Let's see what spirit has for you. Grief. Yeah. So that emotional grief comes up so you can make changes. If you didn't feel like if you felt like everything was honky dory and everything was great and you didn't have to worry, you wouldn't look to fix it. So it has to come up in this way that hits you. It impacts you. So now you feel like you have to change it. Now you feel like you need to do something different, right? This is looking into how you serve others or how you interact with others, how you connect with others. How are you showing up to them? Not how you think you're showing up, how they feel like you're showing up to them. and listening to that, not changing yourself, not going beyond who you think you should be, but just there has to be something in there, right? And that's what this is like to me. There's something to be seen. Joy. And then figuring out how to have more healthy, compassionate, tight knit, teamwork type relationship with others. So, as you can see from these 3 chakra cards, it is about opening your heart up or opening your emotions up to how you're showing up for and to others through your eyes and also through theirs. Okay. Well, I love you so much, Taurus. I hope you have a good month. Bye bye.